Hey guys, it's Superpower. Welcome back to Megaman X Command Mission. I was just, this is my, third attempt. I kept screwing up the other two, after recording this episode. But, anyway, I'm going to explain the stats right now. Stats are health, self-explanatory, power, the number times power of your weapon. Except for the sub-weapons, those ones are different, I think. Speed, order of the battle, armor, power from a shot divided by that number, shield, power from a combat divided by that number. And anyway, I'm going to go do what I'm supposed to, and not like around. Plasma Energy Reploid, Night Type, Scarface. By the way, I've already come across the other Reploid tanks you have. To see there were already 8, and there are actually 12, I think, in this game. Yeah, there are 12 there are 12 bosses in this game. Though, believe it or not, thing is, 4 of them you see, 8 of them are actual bosses in the game, 2 of them are optional, and 1 of them is not revealed until the very last chapter. So anyway, I'm going to go do what I am supposed to do. By the way, I've already met up with the other ones. The other Reploid tanks at XCs belong to Wild Django. He's a wild Bobcat Reploid. Silverhorn, he's a giant. He's classified as an aquatic tank. Dr. Saiki, humanoid genius, I think. I don't remember. And Mach Gentra, light aerial. So basically, he flies. Okay, and now I'm going to unlock the door. The terminal on this side received a synchronization signal on this floor. 2 terminals have to be operated simultaneously. Press A when you hear the 3rd signal. I think I did that early. No, apparently. Yeah. Actually, if you hear the 3rd signal and you press A after it, there are times when the game will actually glitch and it'll say it's not synchronized. So, but the best way to do it is you have to remember the time between the first 2 signals. And let's see, and this is our first come in with, as you saw, the title there was Rebellion's Guard. I'll get into the Rebellion later. This is our first sub-boss. This is a Prion. It's a type Prion. I think it's called a Prion Primid, I think. I don't remember exactly, but anyway, these guys are fairly basic. They're fairly all-around, about as all-around as X gets, too. About as all-around as X is, so... Yeah, and already he's given me what's called a stun status. It's like one of the few temporary statuses in this game. Basically what it does is it slows you down. It cuts your speed in half, so chances are... So as you can see, he gets to move twice in a row. And you can't actually use the action trigger. Once it reaches 100%, like where my bar is at right now, I'm going to charge this up and fire. Boom! Yeah, not much of a sub-boss. He's really not much of a fight. And we got Force Metal out of this. Obtained Force Metal in battle. This is basically just explaining Force Metal, but I think I can explain it in a much simpler term. Much simpler. Yeah, much more simply. Basically, you have... Each character has a set amount of slots you can put Force Metal into. And there's a thing called immunity with a number on it. Each Force Metal has an erosion number, which is basically... There. Ah, God. Basically, an erosion number is how much wear it puts on the Reploid. As you level up, you gain you can gain a higher immunity. I don't remember. I may talk about that later. But for right now, I have equipped X Heart, which is an X only force medal. Each character has a force medal specifically for them. This will revive me once from a KO in battle with 10% of my life. And LE plus 1 and Lee plus 100. Basically, that raises my max HP by 100. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna go through the door. And look at that, perfect amount. Yeah, I just refilled my sub tanks. And as you can see, after the boss fight, you now encounter these as regular enemies. So I'm going to be cutting this boss fight. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll try not to cut too much. I'll only cut if it's really boring or if we're going through repeated battles over and over again. But X got a level up, and how level ups in this game work, which is much different from other RPGs. When you level up, your health is fully restored. Okay, I've arrived at the central room, but I don't see anything here. Looks like we can meet up here. I'll be waiting for you on the central floor. Just so you know, the central floor is where we are now. You want to get these. At least I hope you do. You got a backup, which basically, that is like a max revive for Pokemon words. Build shield and tank energy infinity. Basically, if you used up all your tank energy on the way up here, that will completely restore it. And build shield, basically you use that to increase your shield stat. 0, you're safe. What took you so long, X? You know I can't stand to wait. 0, join the party. And yes, just like Final Fantasy, you get party members! Hey, Hippo. Okay, well, just so you know, this is the first boss of the game, the boss of Chapter 1. His name is Hippopressor. Basically what he does is that he is a 2-part boss, not a 2-stage boss. I will clarify between stages and parts if there are any. I only know of, I think, 2 bosses out of stages. Anyway, his head acts as a shield that immediately dulls any shot type attack, so X's normal attack is not going to hit it. And he's got a missile up top which you can hit, and he will launch that at you. So what you want to do is use 0 to attack the head. So he's preparing Shark Missile for launch. Yeah, he gets prepared for launch and then hits you with an attack of mostly weak ones, but at that, they're mostly weak too. As you can see, his missile is very weak to shot, so it's not hard at all to kill. You just want to repeat this over and over again. Or if you're just playing lazy like I am, you can do what this says to go into hyper mode. And let me show you what it does. Each character has their own hyper mode, by the way. 0 is Black Zero, which is seen in other Mega Man X games. And what Black Zero does, it doesn't look like it does anything, but really it ramps up his attack stat. It ramps up his power. And see, a crack has appeared in Hippopressor's head. And basically what that means is that he is almost dead. Now you want to keep the Wii up, because for the second, though this does technically qualify as a 2-stage fight, but for the second stage of this fight, it is just a beast. Like, its attack is so powerful. Like, if you really value your sanity for this game, you really want to get rid of it in the first turn. And don't worry, I think the Shark Missile goes away for the second stage of the fight. And oh crap, I forgot how powerful that is. Okay, apparently I do not... Wait a minute, do I have a gain hyper in here? Okay, yeah I do, so I'm not at all worried. I can just do a gain hyper here. Gain hyper, basically it refills your hyper mode length. X has 6, which I think is the longest for any character in this game. And now we can just have 0 attack the head. Yes, Super Pressure's head has been destroyed. Oh, apparently he can still use the shark missile. But anyway, while you're in hyper mode, for every single character, that's one cool thing hyper mode does. You cannot go under status conditions while you're on hyper mode. So if you are ever having a pain in the butt from one, just go into hyper mode and it'll go away instantly. This is X Fire's hyper mode, and we're good.